Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
Coach Sam joining us again. Excited to have her back. From frantic to free. And that's what she preaches. And that's what she's here to talk to us about with her Mind, Body, Spirit, Women's Coaching and Healing Retreat. Welcome back. How are you today?
I am doing great, Jill. How are you?
I'm doing well. I love your energy, your positivity. You're such a doll. Please introduce yourself for those that don't know you yet.
Yes. Hello, everyone. I am Coach Sam, and I'm a life and health coach. And I'm here to help women reach their life purpose by going through a holistic coaching program.
And how do we reach you?
You reach me, I'll give you all of my contact information. The most resourceful site for me is my website, which is MBS, that's M as in Mary, B as in boy, S as in Sam, womenscoaching.com. You'll have my email, my phone number, everything there. You can find out more about me. My phone number is 804-837-7080. Text messages work best. And for email, it's Coach Sam at mbswomensgroup.com.
And what did you have in mind for us today, darling?
Sure. So what I want to talk about, the last time we spoke, we had the wonderful Brittany call in and we did a live coaching session. Jill, I just feel like this glare behind me is it annoying?
No, it's better. You was on your whole face before. Now it's just above. It's not as bad. If you want to adjust it, you can.
Okay, well, if it's not bothering you.
Nope, not at all.
Wonderful. So yeah, Brittany called in the last time that you and I spoke. And what I want to kind of follow up from there. We did a live coaching call with Brittany. She was wonderful. She felt relieved and confident after speaking with me and going through the exercise that we did together. And what tends to happen after this, Jill, is that that accountability piece is what's missing, because Brittany walked away knowing, okay, I need to put together a schedule and, I need to stop the people pleasing. We identified what the issues were, but where a coach comes in is helping you to cement those things that you've identified. We've worked together to identify that need to happen because people fall off. It's human nature, and that's the real power of coaching. And I'm just going to pause there for a minute before I start blabbing on.
It's okay. All good. You're not. Go ahead.
Okay. So what I want to talk about next. So we got that accountability and we need that discipline. A lot of us do. I would say probably 85%, 90% of us need that. I just want to walk our listeners through what a typical coaching session would be like. So in the beginning, it's usually an hour-long session. In the beginning of the session, I build that rapport with the person that I'm speaking with and find out, hey, what's going well this week? I don't want to know what's going bad. I like to start on a good note so you have that energy, like how you just commented on my energy, Jill.
Yeah.
I like for people to have that energy in the session. And that really works well to do that. Yeah. And then secondly, we kind of go from there into, hey, are there any challenges that you're experiencing this week or since the last time we spoke? And we kind of go from there. If there are some challenges, I pause there for a minute to help the client with those challenges. If not, we move into some new information, some fun activities, such as the one that we did with Brittany. It's not always as serious an activity, because the one with Brittany, I think that was kind of, more of a serious but needed activity that we did together. Some of them are more like upbeat and I guess a little more flavorful, fun. But we get into that new information. I don't want to take anyone into new information if they have challenges that they need to work through. So after we do that, we spend some time just talking about, what did you learn today? What were the ahas and insights from the coaching session? And after we do that, we go into we work together to put together an action plan. And that's that accountability discipline piece that people need. We have a plan in place, and they know that by the next time we see each other, there needs to be some progress made. I'm not going to slap anyone on the wrist if they don't make progress, but it's just natural that we do better if we know that someone's watching, you know?
It's so true. I agree.
Mhm. Yeah. I want to share that I have a coach myself, and I mainly talk to her about my coaching career because I want to be the best coach that I can be. So I'm always asking, what are my blind spots? What can I
Mm-hmm.
do to, be more effective? And what I find, Jill, is that after talking to my coach about my career, it has a ripple down effect on my personal life,
Yep.
just not just my career. I find myself using the advice or the learnings from that coaching session to improve all areas of my life, as a mom, as an employee, as a coach, you name it, as a friend, whatever it may be. So coaching is just it's a holistic thing to be a part of. And I highly encourage people to get a coach. Contact me. It's mbswomenscoaching.com.
Yay. Yay.
Yay.
Continue. I love it. I love it. I love it. So much
Right.
good to come out of this.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. So I do have some talking points. I kind of jotted down some things that I want to talk about. And then maybe we can open up the phone lines, Jill, for people to call in if they
Sure.
have questions. Yeah. So let's see. Let me pick a card.
Ooh.
Okay. So this is one of the things that I love about the coaching program. Okay. So let me say this with the coaching program that I offer. I have a stubborn belly fat one. So obviously that focuses on that stubborn belly fat. Then I have another one where if someone comes to me and they already know what it is that they want to work on, we work on that thing. I call that the area of focus coaching package. And then there's also the one that I really like the most, which is the holistic coaching package. I call it the work because with that one we move through everything. We talk a little bit about everything, and
Yep.
we don't have to just stick to one area of focus. I have a plan in place to move the client through, but what I find is that it deviates depending on what's going in that particular person's life. I may have it mapped out to talk about these different 8 things during the 8 weeks of coaching or 60 days. But we may find ourselves having to focus on relationships for a little bit longer than anticipated. But it's a holistic
Mm-hmm.
coaching package where, you can just kind of work on everything and just come out a better version of yourself. But some of the tidbits that I offer, no matter what program of coaching selected, is ways to be healthier, that health and wellness. And one of the things that I love most is the 20-minute meal challenge. Have you ever heard of
Ooh.
that, Jill?
No, I have not.
Yes, I thought this was so phenomenal. With the 20-minute meal challenge, the goal is for you you start it off by just timing yourself when you're eating a meal and just see how long it takes you to eat a meal. Some people, they may have a combo, for example, from Wendy's, and they find that they ate it in 3 minutes or so,
Mm-hmm.
right? I think that is like extremely fast. But some people eat fast. We're in a rush society where we have to get back to work or do this, do that. So we do scarf our food down,
Of
unfortunately.
course, we do it quick. I
Yeah.
do. Guilty. Yep.
hmm Yep. Or sometimes we don't eat. But yeah, the goal with the 20-minute meal challenge is after you do that baseline to see how long it takes you to eat your meal, you're going to put your phone in front of you and give yourself 20 minutes to consume that meal. So you're going to have to do a lot of putting the fork down or putting the burger down
Mm-hmm.
and breathing and really think about what you're doing. Slow
Interesting.
down. Yeah. And the goal is to get it to that 20-minute mark.
Mm, okay.
People don't usually go from 3 minutes to 20. It's a gradual thing, but it really helps our digestive system,
Mm.
you know? Yeah. So that's a
And
tidbit for you
drinking
all.
water with our food, no?
Yes, Jill, absolutely. Drinking that water, pausing to stay hydrated and to help wash the food down. Absolutely.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. So try that, everyone. A 20-minute meal challenge.
Ooh.
All right. Did you have any thoughts or comments,
I wanted to
Jill?
open up the phone lines if someone's interested in calling. We send open
Yeah.
the lines, maybe another number 631-205-6605, 631-205-6605. If you have any questions for Coach Sam, how she can help you on your journey. And yeah, when we just sat down a second ago and you were like, I'm pulling cards. I'm like, wait, is she going to do a tarot reading? Like, what type of cards is she pulling? I want to confuse people. No, right. Do you do tarot as well?
No, I just got my little
I know,
index
but if
card.
someone calls and it's like, yeah, I heard you're doing psychic readings. I heard a palm reading. I was like laughing. If you have any questions, oh my God.
Probably wish I could.
Sorry. Oh my
No
gosh.
problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So while we're waiting on someone to call, I would like to share that I know Jill, you went on vacation one week and then the next week I went on vacation. But when I went on vacation, what I noticed was that actually, okay, I noticed that before I went on vacation, I was kind of like blah, like, life is going on. I got a lot to be happy about, but there's that 30% that I'm not so happy about. Went on my vacation and it was enjoyable. Just me and the girls, not my little girls, but my girlfriends. There were 7 of us. So we just had a good time. No kids, no husbands, nothing to worry about. Just have fun. We went on a cruise to the Bahamas. And what I noticed is that when I got back, I felt myself go from a high of happiness back down to oh my gosh, why do I feel this way? Like to a low, and that it stood out to me. And that was something that I spoke with my coach about to try to get to the bottom of what is this about,
Yeah.
you know?
Well, we have a
So,
call coming
yeah.
in. Stand by. Hi. Welcome to the show. You're live on the line. Who's this?
Yeah, hi, this is Rob. How are you?
Rob, did you say?
Yes.
Hi, Rob. You're live on the line
Hi,
with Coach
Rob.
Sam. How's everything?
Okay, how are you?
Good. I hope
Hi,
you're
Rob.
calling. Are you calling in regards to her coaching?
Yeah,
Not palm
there
reading, no. What's your question, Rob?
you coach men?
I specialize in coaching women, but
Wait, women? There's an MEN in women, but okay. Again.
I would definitely, I would definitely deviate, especially since you called in and asked the question. Yes, I can coach men as well.
Okay, that's good to know. Yeah, because I have some issues that I'm trying to work through, and I'm not sure, especially how to go about doing this. Yeah, so it's basically, admittedly, I'm a little bit of a sex addict. It's a little awkward for me to say, but I am. And I'm not sure, like, what the best approach is to kind of, like, getting help and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Is it anything you wanted to share online, or did you want to set up like a consultation to talk privately about it?
Well, I mean, admittedly, like, I just, I tend to be, I don't know how to put this. I have a, I tend to, watch a decent amount of porn and stuff, and married, and it's definitely affected that, and I'm just trying to figure out like the best way to kind of like work through this.
Yeah. Have you done anything like at church, or have you done anything to try to work on the problem, or is this your first?
This is my first foray into it, to be quite frank.
Okay.
I never really thought much about, what to do. And, I was thinking maybe since I heard you were a life coach, maybe you could give me advice about what to do and where to go. And, is this something that I should be, going to, a professional for, or I don't know.
Quite honestly, Rob, I think with this particular thing, I think it would be better handled by like you mentioned, like a therapist or someone like that, because it's nothing to be like ashamed about, but it's more of like an addictive behavior that would be more difficult to break within a 60-day or 90-day program, which is what I offer. I think that kind of thing can take a little bit longer to address. And I think what you'll find. Mm-hmm.
I was going to say, is this something you think I need to go inpatient for, or is there something that can be done outpatient? I mean, I don't know if this is even your domain, but.
Yeah, I think it's definitely something. It sounds like it's something you would want to start as outpatient. And I think just like a counselor that deals with that particular thing, like addictions. I think that would be a better avenue for you, because I think it's going to take longer than my time frame, to break that. Because I'm sure it didn't start like yesterday. So.
Oh, maybe then can you explain that to us? The difference between a life coach and a counselor, in a sense. What's the difference? This is like more moving forward, or how would you say that?
Yeah. So with a therapist, they more so kind of look at what's the history of the person that's coming to them. What could it be in their history that's causing this particular type of behavior, right? And let's work backward to try to figure out if there's something we need to resolve. Maybe there were some, unmet needs in childhood or whatever. I'm just throwing things out there. Versus with a life coach, it's more so you're in a place where you are able to move forward, to get to the next level that you want to get to. There's nothing that you really need to look backward for. Everything is right here in front of us. We just need some help with making the choices and that accountability to move forward. So that would be the difference. I hope, did that clarify?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, definitely. It's definitely helpful. I appreciate the advice, and like I said, really need to.
And Rob, let me. One more thing I want to say too is that with me, the reason why I work with women is because I can relate to women better, like women's issues. I think it may be. I don't want to sound sexist, but it may be more beneficial to speak to maybe a male that can relate, or maybe someone who has gone through it, like a professional who has gone through it. I see a lot of practitioners that they get into certain fields because they've experienced it. So they know how to help. Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay. Good to know.
Yeah. I'm so glad you called in, though. I appreciate you being vulnerable.
Thank you for the call. We appreciate it. I'm wishing you luck.
Thank
Take
you
care,
again.
Rob.
No, thank you so much, Rob.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye. And if anyone does have any other questions, feel free to call 631. Actually, well, there's two lines, and I'm so funny. I'm looking at the wrong one. It's 631-205-6605, 631-205-6605. All right. Well, thanks for calling. Good luck to you. So yeah, interesting as a life coach, and you're helping so many people, especially women, going from frantic to free. That's the goal here, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes. And check out my podcast. It's called From Frantic to Free.
Tell us about the podcast. Yes. Where do we find the podcast?
So the podcast is on Spotify. So you just search From Frantic to Free, and you'll see my lovely picture in purple, and just click on that and subscribe. And I try to do a recording at least once a week. So I put our recordings on there, Jill, so people can listen to that. And then I just also, like I talked about the 20-minute meal challenge. I may put something like that on there where I'm talking for 10 minutes to give some type of help, a little tidbit here and there. Last week, I talked about the Dollar Tree because that really, really helped me get my finances in order. I started just shopping for people who didn't hear what I said last week, I started shopping at the Dollar Tree when I didn't have as much money, and, my finances were just not healthy. I needed more discipline. I would go to the Dollar Tree and get my health and beauty items for my family. I have a family of 6. So, it was beneficial to get stuff for $1. I'd load up on toothpaste and toothbrushes, because it's nothing for a toothbrush to fall into the toilet and, oh, mommy, I need a new toothbrush, So I can, instead of making a mad dash to Walgreens or CVS, I can just go under my sink and say, here you go, here's a toothbrush, So that really was an affordable way to help me get on track. And it also saved me time, because I'm not making that mad dash to the store to get cooking oil or whatever it is, because I have plenty of it in reserve. So it's hacks like that I put onto the Spotify podcast.
Awesome.
And at some point, I'll have guests coming on at some point. I want to have a life insurance specialist come on to talk about that.
Yeah, that's important.
That's important because, Jill, I see a lot of people doing like GoFundMe's when a loved one passes away. And I'm thinking, man, if they just had life insurance, it's not very expensive. They could be in a much better position. It's already stressful when you just lost a loved one. Then you have financial burden. So I would really like to bring a life insurance professional on to just educate people, and that's on my heart. Yeah, it's on my heart now, because I just signed up for a new policy. I got a preferred rating and I'm 43. So I got a preferred rating at 43. I had to do the medical exam and all of that good stuff. And, everything checked out. So I got a good rate. So I'm just wanting to encourage people to go out there and get that life insurance. And I'm going to do a podcast on it.
Awesome.
So, Spotify, from frantic to free. All of this stuff takes you from being frantic to free.
I love it. I'm on my way. Coach Sam, we have 2 minutes left of the show. How did you want to leave off? I know it goes so quick.
Let me get my contact information again. The website is M as in Mary, B as in boy, S as in Sam, womenscoaching.com. And my email is coachsam@mbswomenscoachinggroup.com. And the phone number, preferably text messages, the number is 804-837-7080. And maybe next time we can do another live coaching call.
Sounds like a plan. Thank you so much.
Yes.
All right, Coach Sam, pleasure to have you back as always. Excuse my reach. The mouse is a little further away today with my arm, but it's good seeing you. And thank you for our caller, and looking forward to the next time we connect, hon. Have a great day.
Same to you, Jill.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Are you looking for even more of the podcasts and hosts that you love? The Podcast Business News Network is proud to announce that you now have even more ways to listen live. Check out the MyTuner Radio, online radio box, and Simple Radio apps on iOS and Android, or find us online. Search for Business News Network on mytuner-radio.com, or search Podcast Business News Network on streama.com and onlineradiobox.com/US. Take your podcast on the go and don't miss a minute of the action.
Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers.
Day-to-day simple tasks can become pretty daunting.
I have to carry my chair up 2 flights of steps or have somebody do it for me.
What scares me the most is just the falling.
When I'm struggling with my house, I think, to have that one great barrier just knocked down, it's crucial.
Home for Our Troops is a wonderful nonprofit that builds a
mortgage-free, fully adaptive, handicap-accessible house.
And there's no catch.
It'll be our very first home that we've ever owned.
This is a game changer.
This is where your life begins again.
We need you to join us in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
Because of you, everything's going to be okay.